Farmbrite Market helps you offer, sell, and deliver your products to your customers. Whether you're selling vegetables you harvest, animal products you yield, or any other items you produce from your farm, you can use the market section to list your products for sale, have your customers browse them in an online store, pay for them online, and request shipping or know where to pick them up. You'll also have reports and a dashboard to keep track of your orders, their status, and your best selling products and most frequent customers. In this video, we'll see how to configure the products that you have for sale, including uploading images and setting quantity available in your online store. Then we'll take a look at setting up that online store, where you can connect to Stripe for online credit card sales and design the look and feel of your customer shopping experience. After that, we'll see how orders from the online store come in, how you're notified, and how you can create orders manually as well. Lastly, we'll take a look at some reports to see summaries of the orders and product data. Before we dive into all of those features, I want you to know that this Getting Started video will help you understand the basics and give you a good foundation to start setting up your market, but be aware that there are more thorough tutorials in our Help Center. You can go right to the Market section and find articles and sections about all of these features. So if you were creating a new product, you might take a look at this article and have it shown here as you create it. Of course, if you have any questions as you're configuring the software, always feel free to reach out to us. We're glad to help. Okay, let's get started with products. The products section of your Farmbrite Market is where you'll set up the items you have for sale. This could be anything: produce, meat, dairy products, baked goods, herbs and spices, wool and fiber, CSA shares and memberships, and so much more. Your options are basically limitless. This is really your homepage for working with and taking a look through all of the products that you have in the software. You can easily search for specific products that you're looking for, or filter them to find those in a specific status or category. You can also click on the column headers to sort your products. Perhaps we want them organized by category or status, or maybe just alphabetically. When you want to create a new product, you'll have two choices. You can add them individually, like creating a new product, or you can click the Actions menu and import records. You'll find an entire Help Center article dedicated to this, but overall, you can use a spreadsheet to upload all of the data for your products at once. Let's take a look at creating a new product. You'll be presented with many options to add information about the product. Be aware that the only field required at this point is product name. Just to highlight a few here, we'll give the product a name and a price. You could also optionally add an electronic ID, which allows you to connect this product to a barcode for easy scanning and access. You could also add a wholesale price for your best customers and choose how the product is sold. Maybe you're selling a dozen eggs, a gallon of fruit juice, or pounds of vegetables or meat. If you'd like to limit the number you have for sale online, you can put your total quantity here. Be aware that after saving the product, you can also connect it to an item in your Farmbrite inventory. You can choose a category for your product so that customers browsing your online shop can easily find it. And if you want to create custom categories, click on Edit Categories and create whatever you need. You'll have other choices like if it's available or currently backordered or sold out, and maybe you have certain products that shouldn't be for sale online. You'll also have options for taxes, and a setting to choose if this product is available for delivery, pickup, or if it could be shipped as well. You can add a description for your online customers to read, and after you've supplied the information you need, you can save the product. After saving, you'll see additional options in the left-hand menu. Let's add a photo of our sauce so that our customers can view it online. And while we haven't sold any of this product yet, you'd also see product orders and inventory history here as well. You can repeat that process to set up all of the different products that you sell. And once you have all of those products created, maybe you'll want to set up a storefront to sell them online. This isn't required if you don't want to sell online. You can still take orders to sell your products manually if you're talking to customers over the phone or in person. But if you do want to sell online, Farmbrite will host this online store for you. You can use the custom shop URL provided with your Farmbrite account and customize it for your business. You'll notice that the configuration for your online store is divided into 3 tabs. Settings, where you'll make some decisions about payment options, customer options, shipping fees, and notification emails. About your farm, where you can add a description of your business and contact information for your customers to see online. and Look and Feel, where you can upload a shop logo and a header background image to customize the online store. Let's take a look at settings. You'll first see that you have a choice to set your online store to open or closed. Your online store is probably open with products available to purchase, but if it's the off season and you've exhausted your harvest inventory, you might close it and add a message to let your customers know. You'll then pick payment options for how do you want to let customers pay. Online credit card payments are popular and can be processed through Stripe. You'll need to sign up for and connect a Stripe account to Farmbrite to process credit cards online. Be aware that Stripe is the only integrated processor. You'll need an account with them for this feature. You can also choose to accept cash or checks, and if you're taking online payments, you can choose to auto-calculate taxes. This feature is also enabled through Stripe. You can also enable Quick Pay, which provides a QR code from Stripe that your customers can scan with their mobile device to quickly pay you for their order. This could be really helpful if you run a farm stand that is unattended. You might print and mount this somewhere for your customers to scan and pay. Or maybe you have this easily available for your customers to scan at a farmer's market to make direct payments to your Stripe account. To the right, you have options for your customers. You might require an email or phone number, and select if you want to offer promotional codes. Again, another feature supported by Stripe that you can set up in your online credit card processing account with them. You can configure a shipping and delivery fee and customize your order numbers if you'd like to retain your current numbering system. When a new order comes in through the online shop, you can also get email notifications to make sure that you're alerted and that you get your customer's order processed quickly. After configuring the settings on the 3 tabs, you'll save in the bottom right. Now let's take a look at what the online store looks like from the customer point of view. We'll click on View Shop, and the store will open in a new tab. You'll see our header image at the top, along with our shop logo, and social media contact information that we provided in the settings. Your customers will also see the About Us tab, with the shop description that you provided, with an address, phone number, email, website, and other social media links. And if you offer pickup, the locations where your customers can pick up their orders are also shown here. I'll show you how to set these up later in this video. We'll go back to Shop, and we'll see all of our products listed on this page. Your customers can pick from the selections on the left. Remember that you can customize these when setting up your products. There's the chili sauce that we created earlier. We'll see our description, logo, and the amount available on the right. Let's add that to our cart and buy one of these. Your customer could update the quantity that they want to purchase, and then choose from their delivery, pickup, or shipping options. We'll request that this is shipped, and continue. Your customer will put in their basic contact information, and be able to give you a message or special instructions. We'll put in an address for where the order should be sent, and then choose how to pay. Let's take a look at paying with credit card. At this point, your customer is brought to the Stripe payment interface. They'll see the total amount due and can optionally supply a promo code if you offer them. We'll also see taxes calculated in just a second after we add our billing address. Let's put in our credit card information and then our address. Because your Stripe account is processing this payment and calculating taxes, it knows the state, county, and local sales tax to apply based on the zip code entered. Your customer can optionally save their information for easier checkout next time. Your customer will then receive a confirmation message and be brought back to the website. 2 emails are then generated from that transaction. First, your customer receives a confirmation email showing what they ordered, the total paid, and your contact information. Then, you'll also get a confirmation email letting you know what was ordered and who ordered it. The additional message supplied by your customer is also included. You'll find a link in the email to go directly to Farmbrite, where you can review the order. You'll also have a direct link to view the payment in Stripe. Because the customer has already paid with a credit card online, you'll see the order automatically marked as paid. Also note that this sale has automatically been added to the accounting section. You'll see the order shown here as income. Let's go back to the market, and be aware that that income transaction is not automatically added for a customer who chose to pay by cash or check. When you receive that payment, you'll have the opportunity to check a box and create that transaction. Let's take a quick look at that process with this order that still has a payment due. If the customer came to pick up their order and paid us by check or cash, we can edit the order, scroll to the payment status, and mark it as paid. Select to record that income transaction, and associate it with the correct category. We'll then scroll and save and see that the order has been marked paid and that a new income transaction was added. And while we're still talking about orders that came in online, let's take a quick look at pickup locations. If you mark a product as available for pickup, your customers will need to select where they'd like to pick it up from when placing their online order. This might be something like your warehouse, a farmer's market, or a local co-op. You can add pickup locations here. You'll give it a name and an address, and then you can add what days and times your customers can pick up their order. You can also add any additional instructions here in the details. And if some of these locations are only seasonal, maybe our farmer's market is only happening in the summer, you can always uncheck the active box, and the pickup location will be saved, but won't be available online for your customers to select. Okay, so you've set up your products and configured your online store. You've seen how your customers can order through there. But what about when someone doesn't shop online? Maybe they call you and place an order over the phone, or they show up to your farm store to order in person. You could use the online store portal to process the order, or you can manually create a new order under the Orders tab. You'll supply basic information about the order. You can select a customer from your existing list of contacts, or add a new one if you'd like. You'll then select the product to add to the order, and how many they'd like to buy. Be aware that if your product has a wholesale price and the contact you select is marked as a wholesale customer, then they'll automatically receive the wholesale pricing. Alternatively, as an admin, you can put in a custom price to charge. In this case, we'll add 2 bottles of our hot sauce. And see here that you can also apply discounts. You can add these as a dollar amount or a percentage. Maybe we'll give this customer 10% off for a holiday sale. You can also manually add shipping and delivery. We'll add a $5 charge here. And also calculate taxes. Maybe we have a 7% tax rate in our town. And after adding all of those, we now have a new total due. You can change the order status. We probably want to take it out of draft. Maybe it's been ordered or approved, or might even already be complete. We'll use this order to demonstrate the picking process, so for now we'll leave this order status as picking. We can record that they've paid, and add that income to the accounting section, and mark how they paid as well. You can choose how the order will be delivered. In this case, we'll ship them, and we can add the shipping address as well. And then at the bottom, we'll have a selection to save or save and pick. If you store the products ordered in Farmbrite's inventory, you can use the save and pick feature to generate a pick list and reduce your inventory. Let's save it for now and see that the order has been created and already marked as paid. You'll still have the option to pick inventory now, and also see that you can email your customer a receipt or print it if they prefer a paper copy. You can also edit the order to update any of the fields that we just saw. Now that we've created the order and recorded the payment and possibly emailed a receipt to our customer, let's pack it up and get it ready for shipping. We can do that through the Pick Inventory feature, but in order for this to work, we have to make sure that our product is connected to an inventory item. While this process is optional, we think it can help you keep track of what you have on hand and make sure that you don't oversell any items. Let's navigate to the Resources section and choose Inventory. Now, earlier in this video, we created the product for our chili sauce. We already have lots of hot sauces in our inventory, but not that one. So let's go ahead and create that, and then link it to the product that we created earlier. There are lots of other choices that you'll have when creating an inventory item. Take a look at our video for getting started with resources to learn more about all the other options you have here. Because this product has an expiration date, we'll also choose to track it in lots and then click Next. And then we can add our current existing inventory. We have 48 of these on hand, and we're storing them in our product warehouse. This checkbox to Update Linked Product Inventory connects the amount that we added here to the available inventory for our online store. Note that this isn't required. You'll likely check this box most of the time, but if some of this quantity is already accounted for or needs to be set aside for other purposes and is not for sale, you could always add to your inventory without updating the amount for sale online. In this case, we'll leave it checked though, and save. Now that we have this item stored in our inventory, let's go back to the order and pick it. We'll choose Pick Inventory, and see that Farmbrite shows us where it is, the lot number we have defined, and how many are available. We need to pick and pack 2 of these 48, and we can reduce the inventory right now. Or alternatively, if you just want to create a pick slip and then go get the products from the shelves and reduce the inventory later, you could do that too. We'll save the pick list, We could print it here if we need, but we'll go back to the order. And at this point, we might edit it and then update the order status as maybe we've picked it, packed it, and it's out for shipping. Let's update it. And maybe we do that same process to mark it complete once we have confirmation that it's been delivered. And just to show you that quantity and inventory connection, let's go back to our inventory item for this sauce and see that the amount available has been reduced and that we can access the history to see the 2 that were removed for this order number with a link directly back to the order. And of course, even though we picked an order that was created manually in this video example, you can perform that same process for orders that came in through your online store as well. So now that we have everything set up, our orders are coming in, our inventory is going out. Now let's wrap up by taking a look at the dashboard and some reports. This is meant to be a quick summary of critical information for your Farmbrite store. It'll show you graphs and lists for your revenue, orders, products, and customers. All of this is available at a glance to give you the most important information in one spot. The market dashboard is organized into 3 separate sections. The data presented is determined by the date range set in the upper right. It defaults to this past year from today's date, but you can update this to see trends and totals over a longer or shorter period of time. You'll find key totals in the top row. This includes your total revenue, total orders, and total unique customers. This is basically a summary of the most important information about your orders: how much they were for, how many of them there were, and how many people purchased from you. The next section shows 3 graphs. Each graph represents data from specific months within the date range provided. Sales over time tracks your revenue for each month. Total orders displays the total number of orders for each month. And the average order value shows an average total amount for the order. These can help you visualize data over time to spot trends for when you're busy, or prepare for times that might be historically slow. The last section of the dashboard shows 3 lists. You'll see top sellers, which are your top products for this time period, the most recent orders that have come in, and your top customers who have spent the most money with you. Both the customers and the sellers are linked so that you can go directly to the item by clicking on it. Beyond the dashboard, you'll also find summary information under reports. You can choose orders and markets and find financial, order, and performance reports. Some of these, like the recent orders by status or the top customers and products, mirror some of the charts that we've just looked at on the dashboard, but help you dive a bit deeper into them. Let's take a quick look through each one of these. The accounts receivable due report shows you all of the orders that still have a payment due, categorized by how long the balance has been outstanding. The accounts receivable aging report is somewhat similar, but is organized by each customer rather than individual orders. The next 3 pending orders reports can show you orders that are incomplete by delivery method, where we'll see all of our delivery, pickup, and shipped orders grouped together, or due orders by status, where we see the orders organized by status like approved, in progress, ordered, picking, and more. You can also see any order that still has a payment due, orders that are marked complete, or total orders by customer, where you'll see a list of all of your customers with each one of their orders, what items they contained, and the total amount spent in your store. And if you don't see the report you're looking for, you can choose to create a new custom report and select orders to then add any columns that you'd like to the report. This lets you select just the data that you want to see and then filter it and group it to get just the specific orders that you're looking for. All right, that takes us through our getting started guide for the Farmbrite Market. You should now be able to set up your products, configure your online store, start processing orders, and then run reports to see your summary. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to us. We're always glad to help.